Would you believe there's a system of tunnels running underground in downtown Phoenix?
Yeah, they've been there actually for nearly a century, and they're the sources of secret.
Beneath the sun-baked streets of Phoenix lies a secret world that most people will never see. Hidden doors in sidewalks, thick metal plates embedded in forgotten alleyways, and faint whispers of entire networks of tunnels spark a question that won't go away. What exactly is hiding under Phoenix? Some say it's just old infrastructure, abandoned rail lines, sealed utility passages, and fallout shelters from another era. But others tell stories of massive chambers, shadowy corridors, and entire spaces lost to time. Urban explorers claim to have found entrances, only to find them locked shut, as if the city itself wants these places forgotten. From the remnants of Prohibition-era hideouts to modern rumors of government bunkers, Phoenix's underworld remains cloaked in mystery. What lies beneath this desert city could change the way you see it forever. And we're about to take you deep underground. Beneath Phoenix, the largest and most visible underground structure is the Deck Park Tunnel. Completed in 1990, this 2,900-foot stretch of Interstate 10 runs directly beneath Hance Park. But here's the twist. It was built with 3 sections, and only 2 became roadways. The third, a full-length tunnel, was sealed and abandoned before it ever opened. Few people know what's inside, and access is tightly restricted. Elsewhere downtown, a network of tunnels runs under government buildings and courthouses. Originally built to move prisoners and officials out of sight and out of the brutal summer heat, many of these passageways still exist, though most have been sealed off. And it's not just government buildings that hold underground secrets. The historic Westward Ho and Hotel San Carlos have long been at the center of whispers about tunnels. Former city employees claim these iconic buildings were once connected to each other and to nearby government offices by hidden passageways. The Westward Ho, once a glamorous hotspot for celebrities and politicians, was rumored to have secret underground routes for discreet VIP visits. Some stories even go so far as to claim that President John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe were ushered in through these tunnels, though there's no evidence to prove it. Maintenance crews and urban explorers still occasionally stumble across bricked-up doors and sealed corridors in the basements of these hotels, reminders of a network whose true purpose remains unknown. What makes these underground spaces so intriguing isn't just their existence, but how little is said about them. Maps are incomplete. Entrances have been bricked over or disguised. And yet, explorers and city workers occasionally stumble on hints of open corridors that connect buildings to places no one talks about. These underground spaces prove there's more to Phoenix than meets the eye. But they're only the start of what's been discovered and forgotten beneath the city. Phoenix's underground secrets aren't just tunnels. Entire hidden rooms and forgotten businesses have been uncovered beneath the city. One of the strangest discoveries came in 2021 when crews renovating a building downtown stumbled on the Gold Spot Bowling Alley, a 1920s-era underground bowling alley that had been sealed for nearly a century. Everything was still there. Lanes, pins, and remnants of an era no one remembered existed below the streets. Other forgotten spaces lie under the courthouse and city hall, where underground holding cells and hidden chambers were used to quietly move prisoners. Many of these spaces have been closed for decades, but they remain intact, waiting in the dark. And there are smaller, even stranger finds. Maintenance workers have reported coming across locked metal doors in basements that lead nowhere, or to long, narrow passages that vanish into sealed walls. Some believe these were Prohibition-era smuggling routes or secret escape tunnels, but no one has ever fully mapped them. But some of the most overlooked underground spaces date back to the Cold War. In the 1950s and 60s, fallout shelters were quietly built all across the city as fears of nuclear war grew. Papago Park still hides a massive underground bunker that was later converted into office space. Residential neighborhoods, especially older ones, sometimes hold even stranger finds. Sealed concrete doors and backyards leading down into forgotten home-built bomb shelters. Local companies even profited from the fear. One of Phoenix's best-known pool builders, Paddock Pools, offered combo shelters that doubled as swimming pools during peacetime and underground bunkers during a nuclear attack. Many of these subterranean spaces remain intact, hidden below homes and businesses that have long since changed hands. Most residents don't know they're there until a renovation or sale reveals a trap door. The city doesn't keep a complete record of these fallout shelters, and many were intentionally erased from official maps. These Cold War bunkers add yet another layer to Phoenix's underground world, one designed not for transport or business, but for survival. Connecting parts of downtown is another little-known tunnel network. The story says it was originally built as a utility network, but was later abandoned and sealed. Some believe it became a hideout for criminals during Prohibition. Others whisper that the tunnels go far deeper, possibly connecting to the old courthouse and even out toward Papago Park. The Arizona Department of Transportation has acknowledged parts of these sealed spaces exist, but exactly where and why they remain closed is unclear. Phoenix didn't build its underground world by accident. The city's extreme heat made underground passageways practical, allowing officials and workers to move between buildings without facing the blistering summer sun. Early tunnels connected courthouses, jails, and city hall, keeping prisoners and public officials out of public view. During wartime and the Cold War, the focus shifted to safety. Fallout shelters and bunkers were quietly added beneath schools, offices, and even private homes. These spaces were meant to keep people alive in the event of a nuclear strike, though many were never used. Some tunnels were also built for pure convenience, utility corridors to house power lines, gas pipes, and water systems beneath the busy streets. But over time, as the city grew and changed, many of these underground routes became obsolete. Entrances were bricked up, doors welded shut, records misplaced or intentionally destroyed. Today, the reasons for this hidden world may be practical and historical, but the secrecy surrounding it has only fueled curiosity. Why does so much of it remain locked away from the public eye? Most of Phoenix's underground spaces are now sealed tight, and that's not by accident. The Arizona Department of Transportation controls access to the unused third section of the Deck Park Tunnel, keeping it off limits for safety reasons. Old prisoner tunnels under the courthouse and city hall have been bricked up or blocked by locked steel doors. City officials insist these spaces are unsafe. Unstable floors, asbestos, and the risk of collapse make them too dangerous for the public. But this secrecy has only deepened the mystery. With no complete maps and little official information, rumors thrive about what's still down there. Whatever remains beneath Phoenix is being deliberately kept out of sight, and that makes people wonder what's really being hidden. There are still unanswered questions. How many of the old tunnels are still intact? Are there entire sections of the city's underground that were never recorded, or were intentionally erased from records? One thing is certain: Phoenix has an underbelly few people have ever seen. And while much of it may simply be obsolete infrastructure, the stories and legends that surround these spaces make the city's underground world feel like something bigger. Next time you're walking downtown, look for the metal plates in the sidewalk. You might just be standing on a doorway to the city's forgotten past. What city should I do next? Make sure to let me know in the comments and subscribe to be the first to know about the underground mysteries of other cities.